Just people living over there is funny. It's definitely a lot slower pace. Nobody really gives a shit what you think about them. They'll go to the grocery store in their pajamas and just be like, wow. It's nice, there's no standard. Gino was the first pro I ever saw, and it was crazy. He just pulled up to the park and was doing back threes on flat, and me and all my friends were like, that's him. Like every other summer, he would just pull up and be like, oh yeah, my parents live across the bridge, I just come to skate. Yeah, like we had all seen Yeah Right and chocolate videos, and we all were pretty positive it was him. Side note, I tried to impress him, and I tried to smith that little rail there, and I hung up my wheel and just fucking scorpioned in front of him. I was like, Gino! First gnarly slam right in front of Gino. Yeah, at some point in my life, I was a lifeguard. So it was a summer where all my friends were working at a water park, and I went in and did all the training and got certified. And it's just like one kid at a time goes down, and you have to give them a procedure to go with. Like, okay, no jumping out of your raft, no going backwards, all this shit. And the kid did everything wrong, and he's stuck in the middle of the slide, and I'm kind of like, check in, then there's like a pushy kid at the top, like, let me go, and I'm just like, whatever, go. The mom came up, told me I endangered her kid, got fired. Not really, all my friends are trying to get me to like every weekend. I'm kind of pussy. I just can't bring myself to go and try it. You go out like 15 feet and it's still pretty shallow, but it drops off, and right where it drops off is where all the break is, and it's where all the sharks are. I just see like local videos on Instagram of like people on shore with half their calf bitten off, and I'm just like, don't think it's worth it. I'd rather just go to the park if it's not raining or something. It was manatee season, like before I left home. Looks like a cow. It's hairy. It's got a walrus face. And they like algae, and it loves when you put a hose out for him to drink water out of. You can swim with them. Give him a little pet. Just learned tray flips like 3 years ago. It's been quite a process, 17-year process, man. Just learned how to scoop them, how they always said to. When I was 14, I just stopped doing tray flips. I think too many people did them in lines. I used to kind of hate on that. Be like, why does everyone do a tray flip? But now I can appreciate it. Like everyone's tray flip is different. And it's just, now I had to learn them. Just like the normal stuff, and a lot of ice. Make sure that glass is cold. And if you don't have a cold michelada, it's not worth shit. It was like one of my first trips that like my friend Grant Inser just like yanked me out of Florida and told me to go on. He was like, let's go, you gotta come on, that's gonna be fun. And we all hopped in an old RV and we made it pretty far. We went through Arizona and Utah and camped for 12 days. I was with Clint Peterson, Shimizu, Bert, a whole like 15-person crew, Raymond Molinar. It was heavy. I pissed in a can and I was holding it, and we had this RV window open like the whole time. I just thought it was open, and for one of my first times getting drunk in a van, I was just like, all right, I'm gonna toss this out the window, and it just bounced back, and it had no lid or anything, went all over my friends, just splattered, sprayed. Grant got up and just slapped me. He's just like, Blake! I was like, I deserve that one. If you're ever going on your first trip, don't pee in random cans and all over the van and leave it places, and especially don't try to throw it out the window where there's a screen. Just wait till you stop. Piss will get everywhere. It's inevitable.
Glad to see you. I had a funny dream and you were wearing